Be completely honest, it is possible to shed pounds through diet alone. It is difficult but possible. It is also possible to be physically fit and have a few extra pounds hanging around. To a large degree, we are what we eat. If we consume a high-fat, low-substance diet, our bodies are going to lack the fuel required to burn the fat. At the same time, if we aren't providing our bodies with the tools it needs to build muscle, it doesn't matter how many weights we lift. When it comes to diet and fitness, the best results are achieved when they work together rather than separately. Use your fitness routine to burn excess calories and use your diet in order to properly provide your body the nutrients and fuel it needs to build muscle. I've heard many times in my life that a pound of muscle weighs less than a pound of fat. While this is not true at all, a pound is a pound regardless. A pound of muscle occupies less space on the body than a pound of fat. Pound for pound, I would much rather mine be composed of muscle than fat. Dieting alone does not build muscle, and that is something you will do well to remember in your efforts. You should also realize that as you are building muscle, you may be shedding inches while not showing a great deal of progress on the scale. It is very important that you keep this in mind throughout the weight loss process. Do not measure your progress by the scales alone, or you will achieve misleading results. The problem is that far too many people do just this and get frustrated and give up when they are actually making progress. Do not allow yourself to be a victim of the scales. Look in the mirror, try on your tight pants, and measure your waistline. Measure your success by how you feel after climbing a flight of stairs, not by how many pounds fell off the scale this week. By incorporating fitness into your diet routine, you are also enabling your body to burn off any extra calories you may have consumed during the day. This means that if you want to have a small cheat during your day, you can make up for it by burning a few more calories than normal in the evening. This isn't something that should happen often, but an occasional occurrence isn't going to make or break your diet. You should also look at dieting and fitness as a ball and glove type of relationship. While you can play ball without the glove, it seems to work so much better if you have both. Diet and fitness, when combined, can create fantastic weight loss results for those who take them both seriously. The thing to remember is that neither works as well alone, and neither will work unless you are willing to do the work. You must make this a priority in your life in order to achieve the best possible results. When it comes to dieting, you will find all kinds of crazy and faddish diets on the market today. In addition to the many diets, there seems to be every kind of diet aid you can imagine. From shakes, the diet industry has evolved to include everything from candy bars and pudding to pills and patches. Each item makes the claim that it can help you drop those unwanted pounds quickly and easily. Well, I can tell you for a fact there is very little easy for most of us about dropping a few pounds. If you would like a few tips that should make your weight loss goals a little easier to achieve, then perhaps the following tips will help you out. Drink plenty of water. There really isn't enough that can be said about the importance of drinking water in an effort to reach your fitness goals. Water hydrates the body first and foremost, but water is also an important way of tricking your body into believing it is full. Other drinks do not work nearly as well as water in this endeavor, and many drinks, even fruit juices, contain empty calories that you can ill afford when dieting. Another great thing about drinking a lot of water while dieting is that it helps your skin retain its elasticity, so you can avoid some of the loose skin look that often accompanies massive weight loss. As an added bonus, drinking plenty of water will have your skin looking radiant and beautiful as well. Set goals. Having goals is one of the most important things you can do when working to lose weight. Try to make sure that your goals are aggressive but can be achieved. If you are frustrated early in the dieting process by unrealistic goals, you are much more likely to give up. However, challenges are always going to inspire us to achieve greater things in life. If you can find a weight loss partner in order to have a little friendly competition for the weight loss totals for a week or a month, then you are going to be far more likely to accomplish your goals than if you keep them quietly to yourself. Eat more. Did you read that twice? Yes, eat more healthy foods that are high in fiber. Eat more vegetables and fruits. Fill up on these foods that are good for you, and you will not be inclined to binge on calorie-laden junk food. Move. While this seems a little too simply stated for most, getting up and moving is one of, if not the absolute best way to burn calories. The simple truth is that you are not going to lose weight unless you use more calories than you consume. The more activities you enjoy that burn calories, the more likely you are to shed those unwanted pounds and meet your weight loss goals. Some great activities that actually burn calories include the following: gardening, golf, dancing, playing volleyball, walking, jumping rope, playing hopscotch with your little ones, and playing tennis. I mention these activities because you can trick yourself into believing that you aren't really exercising while burning calories. Even cleaning house requires movement and energy, and if you dance around a little to some good music in the process, you might burn a few extra calories. Dieting, when successful, can help restore self-image and self-esteem in people who are otherwise beautiful people inside and out. The steps above are not the only things that are involved in the dieting process, but they can help you reach your weight loss goals, particularly when combined with a diet plan that you feel confident you can follow. Be sure that on those days when willpower is non-existent, that you do not derail your diet efforts altogether by giving up. The most important thing you can do when dieting is to go back to dieting once you've strayed. There is no greater reason to diet than for your personal health and well-being. Those of us who are overweight know better than most the risks and possible consequences that may result because of our weight. Much like smokers, however, the risks do not always seem quite so cut and dry until we reach our very own turning point. Whether your eating habits are born of an addiction to certain foods, an emotional need, or years of learned behavior and conditioning, things will not change until you completely adjust your eating habits and your lifestyle choices. Dieting for many has become a lifestyle in and of itself, with people rapidly flip-flopping or yo-yoing from one diet to another with little success and growing despair over a sheer lack of results. The truth is that until you decide to forgive yourself for your failures and get right back on the wagon, so to speak, after falling off, no diet is going to be successful. A simple diet isn't going to magically make the pounds disappear, and constantly depriving yourself of those things you enjoy most may have a more detrimental effect than a positive effect. The number one thing most people need to learn is that dieting isn't always a good thing. What most people who are overweight need more than anything else is to incorporate positive lifestyle changes into their daily routines. People scoff at the notion of taking the stairs or parking farther away, and yet those are perfectly plausible methods of working a little more physical activity into your day. If those do not work for you, how about learning to dance? Seriously, there are beginner dance classes in most communities that will welcome and invite dances of all ages, sizes, and fitness levels if you are willing to make the effort. What a great way to get fit, learn something new, and have fun without feeling deprived. Another great thing about an activity such as a dance class, consider ballroom dancing with your significant other, is that you are not eating or tempted to eat during the time that you are dancing in most cases. Another great thing is that you are burning those calories you didn't eat. If dancing isn't your thing, try joining a walking club or finding another hobby. Anything that gets you on your feet and away from the temptation of your refrigerator is a good thing when it comes to dieting and weight loss. You cannot lose a significant amount of weight by dieting alone. You must incorporate physical fitness into your daily routine in order to achieve those immediate and visually stunning results that many dieters are hoping to achieve. Another pitfall when it comes to dieting is that people give up far too quickly. Just as the results are beginning and progressing, people get tired of the process or frustrated that they aren't accomplishing enough dramatic weight loss as quickly as they had hoped and give up altogether, marking off yet another failure when they could have achieved greater success than ever before if they had stuck with their original diet plan a little longer. One more thing you should remember when it comes to dieting is that the scale can be your best friend or your worst enemy when dieting. If you are weighing yourself every day in hopes of watching the scale tick off yet another pound, you are dooming yourself to failure. You will never achieve the results you are hoping for if you are going into depressive bouts of Rocky Road or Chunky Monkey every night because you didn't lose 10 pounds overnight. When it comes to dieting, there are very few diets that work. There are, however, many lifestyle changes that, when practiced consistently and aggressively, will work. The thing to remember is that you are the one who must work, because it is quite unlikely that any diet will.